Good evening, guys. Sorry about the late start again, but it is Jack King here, and today we are back in Ravingwood Racing League here for round 5 at Netherlands, the Dutch Grand Prix. So, as you may or may not know, I've done a bit of research today. Obviously, I've been driving this track, but obviously I don't really know much about it, so I thought I'd have a wee nosy. But so obviously during the three sectors of the race, it consists of 15 corners. It's a very difficult track to overtake, as you may know or may not know. So qualifying does tend to be good in here. Yeah. There's been held for 34 times. Last held in 1985. So I think the last winner was, I don't know, back in 1985. Anyways, we'll get off topic because I haven't done too much here. I've been a bit busy. But, so yeah, we'll just skip on to one of the drivers here. We're on board with the Alpha of Connor STE19. Otherwise known as Connor. But anyways, guys, yeah, we'll just have a quick wee recap again of last round, round 4 in China. So, Trench taking the number 1 spot after he did qualify in pole position for the first time in RWRL. So yeah, he's no stranger to the top space. So far this season, he's leading the championship. He has maximised it out, and he's now regained the championship. Sorry, because obviously Designo last round he had a bit of an unlucky race. He did qualify P2, but he just didn't have the luck in the race to take it forward. Sam UK maybe on his out lap. Yes, he is. Or sorry, on his hot lap. But so yeah, Designo dropping a bit of points there, but Trench stretches his lead to about the 19 point gap. So it's nice, a healthy lead from him. Sitting on 68 points. Mad Chip. Oh, Sam UK actually spins there in that tricky hairpin coming into the first sector, or in the middle of the first sector. The next driver that will cross the line is, I believe, B Shields or Juicy, one of the two Williams, and it is indeed Juicy. But so yeah, last week, Mad Chip P2. This was Mad Chip's best results of his career in this league so far, and the highest scoring round from Racing Points, which they got a P2 and a P8 last week. So that's a good bit of points finish from them, from Chronos, who actually sets a provisional fastest lap there with a 1:09.9, and his teammate Mad Chip. So that's good going from them. Juicy sets a 1:10.8, which sets him provisional P2, and he's dropped down to P4 after a few more sets of lap. And Tom Rabble, who was looking very strong indeed last week, sets a 1:09.1. Sadly for Tom, I like Designo. I think he qualified P3, and he did not have much luck in the race at all, and he dropped down to P13, I want to say, P12. But yeah, he sets his car on provisional pole here in that beautiful looking hat. But so yeah, another just a bit of recapping, like I said. But Lord Lamb, Tom Rabo's teammate, actually securing P3, which finally makes him, or helps him reach the top 3, giving him his best point finish so far, and also Haas's best point finish. So well done for him. That's good going from him in the Haas. He finally gets a result that he well deserves. So yeah, like I said, Vapor Trench does regain the lead of the championship. Also, the Constructors does jump back to AlphaTauri, as it's a bit of a snatch and go from Trench and Designo, as Constructors does go back to AlphaTauri. So Trench obviously wins, but Fashink's outside of the top 10 for the first time this season. He's been a very key, consistent driver for AlphaTauri, racking them in good points as well. But so yeah, Constructor stays with AlphaTauri as we speak, going into this round. Just other words here on the Constructors. Haas jumps to take the best of the rest here. They have 4 positions, they're now in 4th position. Like I said, it was their best result here or at China last week. And also RP was their strongest result so far, jumping them up actually 3 positions to 6th place. So yeah, it's pretty tight from a couple of teams there down towards the bottom of the table, but I'm not entirely sure of the points. But so yeah, 12 minutes left in truck qualifying. We have got Tom Robbo on provisional pole. If he manages to stay there, it will be his first pole position of the league, racing for that Haas team. Like I said, that beautiful Haas team. I can't get over it, guys, sorry. But so yeah, what was I going to say? So yeah, sorry, during this first 4 rounds, you may say, we have seen 4 different pole positions, and Dan surprisingly only got 1, considering he's got 68 points. But yeah, so the 4 boys who've got pole position are Sam, UK, Desenio, Rotation. Is he racing today? I do not see his name. And Faber Trench, as you may know, got pole position last week. But so yeah, what we see, another driver on pole position. Like I said, Tom Robbo has been indeed very quick. Sadly, not been able to prove it. I don't know what's wrong with it, but not being able to prove it last week. His P3 position just went down over time into the race, but we could see someone else on pole. It'd be nice to see someone else on pole, as I have managed to chat my way into the 10 minutes, the final 10 minutes. So we're on board with last week's P2 position runner matchup in the Racing Points. I think it's the first week. We have not said what do you call it? Force India. So I will take that. I'll take anything at this rate. But the senior as well. Last week's P2 position qualifier is now qualified again in P2. Whether he'll keep it or not, we will soon see. As TTV matchup actually sets a 10-2, which will put him sitting in P5, so he's not too far off the podium position as it stands here. Trench is on an out lap, and Sam UK is set to just finish another lap, which actually puts him P4 position with a 1:10.1. Kronos as well, the other Force India, who has actually spun there, and I don't know why I'm on another camera, but yes, doesn't want to get in the way of anyone. It's a bit of a difficult spot, as he might just get in the way of... Nah, he's perfect. Nice there from Kronos to get out of the way from the drivers on the hot lap behind him. But so yeah, we will go further afield here and see Sam UK was on a lap, I think. No, he's just set one. Colin into the gravel on the second final corner there, just narrowly avoiding Tom and Kronos as they come around, and Desenio, but Desenio was in an lap. They're all in an lap, so it's all good. So Colin comes into the pits, setting a 1:11.3 on the mediums, I believe. Yep, the only driver to set a lap on the mediums, so I think he's just getting a bit of practice in. 4 laps in the mediums. Still not a bad lap, actually, considering he's on the mediums and he seems to be doing like a bit of practice, I guess. RS Mead, I think, sets a 1:10.2. And our last week's pole setter and race winner is yet to set a lap. We'll sit on with him as we get another run through the lap here. So I don't know what the sector times is from the other driver, but there is an there's an Alfa Romeo going very slowly indeed into sector 2, but I don't think that'll have our Trench too much, hopefully. Oh, his Trench just goes wide on the curb there, causing his lap to be invalidated. It might just save a bit of fuel and go again next lap. We will see, but I think Tom Robbo has improved and went into the 108s barely. I could be wrong, he could be on a flying lap as we speak, or I just missed it. No, he has just set a lap, so that's a 108.999, so he is 1,000ths of the 109s, but he'll take it. He's breached the 109s and made it into the 108s. Jay Wesley in that Ferrari has put his very dominant car in F1 not joking, into P2, provisional P2 position. That is so it's a nice lap from him. 4/10 or 3/10 just off the lead, but he will not mind. That will set him a nice benchmarker so he can send it into the next lap. So Vapor Trench is on a lap again. He'll want as little as wheel spin possible coming out of that there hairpin. It's a bit of a tricky one that now, to be quite honest, but into the double quick right he goes. And we'll see how he goes. Keeps the speed well. Misses that apex just a bit, but doesn't get on that curb like he did last lap 2 in Valdez. He's actually set a fastest first sector one as 20G21. Wants to avoid that curb on the left and not to spin because it's a bit deadly. DRS bangs open as we see him go into the next third sector into the chicane. Nice exit has trenched here, and we'll see him go into the second final corner, which is also a nice entry and exit. Wonder where this lap will bit Trench HD21, or otherwise known as Vapor Trench, sorry. It actually puts him provisional pole with a 108.9, so he beats Tom by about just under a tenth. That's a good lap from Trench, putting his car off the AlphaTauri again in provisional P1. There is a Alpha, not an Alpha McLaren, just diving into the pit. Sorry, I thought he was coming across the lane. And there is another Renault out in track, one actually in the final sector going slowly, letting Sam UK through, and hopefully not sitting on the apex too long, or sorry, on the driving lane too long for J Marts. But after Book, I think he's actually ran out of fuel. Has Alien. Senior though is on his outlap, and an AlphaTauri is going a bit slow there in sector 2, but I think that's Trench. I'll have a wee look at the chat now, guys. Whenever it says loaded, we have a yellow flag actually in sector 2, which is a Renault going a bit slow, I think. Senior maybe letting their Ferrari pass. He doesn't want to give him any slipstream down that straight, if it's all possible. What's we on board with the Senior here as he sets out to make a. Trench is just letting Senior by there. He doesn't want to give him any slipstream at all. But Senior is starting his hot lap here. So it's quite a difficult track actually, that's to nail. So it is. I thought I seen some chat there, but I must not. I'm in the wrong thing. That's right. Sorry, guys. Yep, there we go. Tom Robbo. We have insight from Tom Robbo. It is indeed a wet start here to the Netherlands or Dutch Grand Prix. I was actually in a party or Trench about 5 minutes ago, and he was saying, I hope it's not a wet race. So maybe these guys are all using their softs up. I don't know what the strategy is, but Tom Robbo has said to me, I'm setting P2, that it is a wet start, so this will make things very interesting. Intermediates, soft compound tire. I'm not too sure, guys. We will soon find out, but it'll make it a lot very interesting to see what guys decide to do. Designo getting a bit of slipstream as the Ferrari goes into the pit. I don't know. He does improve. He does improve to 109.4, just by about a tenth. Stevie Mac has said, "Go get him, Vapor Trench, Team Vapor all the way." You're right, Stevie Mac. You are deadly right. Team Vapor all the way. I'm not biased, but have to support your own team at times. But yeah, so thank you for that, Stevie. So yeah, guys, Vapor Trench still sitting in that prime spot, P1. He's actually, no, that's not him. I was going to say he's actually on an outlap, but it's just not him. Oof, Dino sitting just narrowly off the driving line from Connor there. Hopefully it doesn't affect him too much, but Williams going wide there in the first hairpin to let one of the racing points past. I think that is Madchip on a hot lap, and it is going into that first fast right-hander and into the second sector. Sorry, he is on his outlap though, but we'll soon see drivers, I'd say, coming out of the pit here now. Say Dan, I think that's Dan coming out the pit. It is good timing. Don't know, I thought it was Fashings coming out the pit, so we must have thought it was Dan. But anyways, I just seen someone jump up there. I could be wrong, but so yeah, the last 2 minutes are upon us, and I'm sure we will see a few cars diving into the pits here soon. Hopefully, traffic isn't a major factor here. Yeah, people don't want to be held up too much, I guess. But will we see Tom Robbo out? Yes, we will. We see provisional P3 coming out. I think we will. To set another flying lap, as there is a McLaren, I believe, sitting on that there hairpin, on the left hairpin, just in the first sector, but I do not know. I think it's J Mar's going a bit slowly there, and did he just lose it again? No, I didn't. But so yeah, minute 19 left him. He will have time to get around, but he'll want to get around in good time, and he's cutting it a bit fine. Well, I suppose he still has a couple of seconds left, but as J Mart has retired from session, this will not be helping. Chrono's on a hot lap. Decino has also retired from session, so it's not great. Drivers, oh, there's a wheel just flying about in the pit there. So yeah, some wheels, as that one does there, coming up my left, decides it needs change too, as it comes into the box, I believe, of Haas behind me. So yeah, soft compound tyres, might not want to stay on the track for much longer, it seems. Vapor Trench begins his hot lap here. So yeah, Trench sitting on a nice lap at the moment, so he might want to throw everything he's got at this one lap. A flag in sector 1. I think that's the McLaren Racing Point, going very slow in front of Trench, and it is Madchip going very slow indeed, but he does get it away in good time for Trench, thankfully for him. So will we see any movements to the top? Oh, Trench has indeed lost it on the curb on the left. Thankfully enough for him not retiring, causing too much damage to the car, but we'll come to the end of the session soon, so we'll not be able to make another lap, as he just decides to sit there and not get in anyone's way. It's going to be a tough one, though. He doesn't want to go too far back, because I know the game will disqualify him. I think it has. No, it hasn't. Has it? I'm not too sure. Because that would not be good for Trench at all, because, oh, he was disqualified. This game is really poor. Oh my. Co-masters, if you're listening, please don't disqualify a driver for trying to turn around on his, if he's turning the wrong way. Like, what could Trench do there? He can stick in a reverse and drive in the racing line. But sure, look at Tom Robbo is now on provisional pole. Will he beat Trench's time though? Yes, he will beat Trench's time with a 1:08.8. So Tom Robbo beats that Haas on provisional pole. Will there be anyone to challenge him? TTV Matrix down in that Alpha. Will he always see him? I think he's going on another lap, is he? I think he is, but always see him have a go at pole position here. No, he's actually not. Sorry, he's just finished the lap. I don't know why I did not see that. But anyways, so yeah, we're just waiting on Jay Wizzy now as he takes second place. Well, provisional second place. But that's one I don't think Trench will be too happy with. He wasn't very happy earlier. The game kind of shaft him earlier too, but yeah, I think a lot of drivers here saying they got impeded on their hot lap, so a few things to be looking into towards the end for the stewards, anyways. So yeah, top three conclude. Tom Robbo setting pole position here at the Dutch Grand Prix with his first pole position. So it makes a fifth driver to have a pole position here in the Ravenbury Racing League. Jay Wizzy, I think, puts his Ferrari on the top three spots for the first time here in qualifying, and Designo following wants to close up on Dan, I'm sure, actually, after he got his car disqualified somehow. But so I'm in a P3 position, but he is a bit off pole position. So Tom looking quite good here. A couple of tenths up on the next couple of drivers. So yeah, as I've been told here. Yeah, it is a wet start, but I wonder will it be. It does look very indeed wet enough to be an intermediate start. But we will soon find out anyways, as we wait for the drivers here to ready up and confirm their strategies. Tough one to call here anyways. Usually whenever I'm making these calls, the rain says I'll be there in half an hour and it comes in about 2 minutes, so I'm never lucky with these calls. But hopefully the likes of Vapor Trench will be starting after that disqualification for I do not know what reason. But anyways, we'll get off that. I don't want to dim in all your nights. So yeah, we'll see what these guys decide to do. I don't know how long this rain will obviously stay. Sadly, I'm not an RTE weatherman, but I'm there indeed on the softs actually. We'll see. We'll have a look here to see what guys have gone for. Oh, there's drivers going for the mediums and hard. That's very bold indeed. Actually, if any of you guys don't know, it is quite difficult to keep your tires in temp. As you see, Tom Robbo lighting them rears up to try to keep them in temperature in the rain or in wet circumstances anyways. And the medium and hard tires are quite bold to go on, I'd say, because obviously it's going to be hard to keep them in temp. It's going to be a bit slippery for them guys, especially on the start. But yeah, Tom Robbo was just flicking the back end out of that wonderful Haas, you will say. It's a lovely Haas. But anyways, I'll not fantasize too much over the Haas. But yeah, so Tom Robbo's here to start from his first pole position. So he'll be looking for a good start here for Haas. And his teammate sitting in... Where is his teammate? How can I not see his teammate? We'll go down the grid and we'll have a wee look anyways. So yeah, his teammate is just... I don't think his teammate's here actually. AlphaTauri there of Fashinks lighting up them rears to try to get that temp in. Like I said, 2 stop for the softs, just so you guys know. But so yeah, he's lighting them rears up on the mediums. Tire temp will be key here for them guys to hopefully not lose a lot of positions, I would say, anyways. But we will have a wee look here anyways. I think it's around coming up to the second final corner that these guys jump at the AI as they reform the grid. So yeah, Tom Robbo closing that pack up and trying to get them guys a bit of cold tires. J Mars, Juicy and B Shields were all disqualified here from the session, or sorry, not from the session, but from the formation lap. So they'll be sitting on the grid as you can see at the top of my screen. That is certainly not good for J Mars in the McLaren on the hard compound tire. That's not going to be a sight for sore eyes, that start anyways. Hopefully the other guys on the softs won't be affected as much, but it's looking a bit slippery here and wet as we reform their grid. But once the drivers start going around and making a driving line, it won't be so bad. But hopefully everyone will get a clean start, considering that it is a bit slippery out there. The Renault of the Senior does form the last. Didn't even notice the Senior at P19, but anyways, we'll see the 5 lights anytime soon. 3 and 5 lights are up, and we are away here. Yeah, good start from Tom Robbo and from Jay as they keep both their spots. But a very clean start from everyone so far, anyways. A bit of side by side. Oh, as Williams, I think, tap sat there inside curb, causing him to spin. What we see a move here from Sam UK to go around outside of TTV matchups. No, we will not. Will we see any spins here? Come up the hairpin in the slippery damp weather. Kronos here is down on the inside of Alien. And not a great start from Alien. Kronos has collided with Fashings, causing a safety car and him going into the wall. Sadly for Kronos, spinning it into the wall and DQing, or whatever I want to say. Sorry. But, yeah, Fashings, I don't know what happened there, but I've seen Fashings rejoining on the track and he seems to be struggling. Like I said, guys, them mediums and hards, I would say, if the softs aren't, like, they will be hard to control in this weather to keep them up in temp. But the top three, I think we have a position. No, we have no position changes in the top three. The top three got off to a good start here. Anyways, we'll have a look here to see. Yeah, so not really much changes. Juicy got on a brilliant start actually on them soft compound tyres. I think the drivers behind him, some of them, was Connor is actually up 6 paces as well on the medium, so brilliant start for him. Avoiding all the drama hopefully, and up onto P11, so that's a good start from him. A bit of bad luck from him last week, seen him DNF, but I wonder will we see any drivers dive into the pit? No, we will not. Safety car is in the just after the first hairpin here. Unlucky from Kronos as they leave the session. It's not good to see a driver DNF, unless you're the one behind him. But yeah, so Red Eye Jedi is just not in the lead, so do not take notice of that, guys. The top three do consist of Sam and Tom at the same time. So Tom Robbo does lead the safety car. Safety car leads him, but you know what I mean. From Jay Wizzy from RS Meets. And so yeah, I think Sam UK has made actually a very good start as well. If this is right. I think he was in the bottom 10, but I could be wrong, but he's now up into P6 anyways, and so is matchups. We'll have a look again at the... No, sorry, Sam UK has made one space up. But yeah, so decent start from everyone here. Vapor Trench has also made up 5 positions on that on the soft compound there. So it's a good start from him. So start here to be wanting. He'd have been wanting to get. Sorry about that. So I didn't see this, but when did I? How we look up here through the grid? So yeah, not much happening here so far. Then the top three stay the same, as I said. But so that's one to keep an eye on. Anyways, we'll be keeping an eye on Juicy as he progresses through the race. Brilliant start from him, and also Connor and Trench and Decino actually as well. So the bottom 4, we must have just got caught up in the carnage of, well, I suppose all that's happening really. So yeah, B Shields has pit for intermediate. He is going for the alternate strategy, but I think he's going back in for the drives. I don't think it's wet enough for him as it serves a drive set or 5-second drive through penalty. Or 5-second stop go, whatever you want to call it. And U-Wing also comes on from him. He must have made contact with the medium compound. So yeah, we'll go back up to Tom Robbo here, as I think the safety car might just be on the stop. Depends if B Shields does catch up. But I think I would have said around before now, or just around now anyways, if it is going in. You can just tell by how much Tom Robbo's rear end is easily getting out, how tricky the conditions are here. But he obviously wants to keep the temp in his tyres to maximise grip, of course. But no, safety car will not be in the stop, I do not think, unless it's a late call from that safety car driver. B Shield is now just about to form the back of the pack. So yeah, one more lap. It will be, I should say. He should as well and truly caught up by now. Tom Robbo eager to get on as he tries to send it on the inside of the safety car there, but I don't think that'll end well. I've tried it before, guys, don't worry. Oh, by accident, but Sam UK is dropping a lot of positions here as he actually bend it into the wall there. There's a lot of carnage going on here as well. There's a lot of 5 seconds being dished out. Sam UK must have tapped that inside curb, I'm sure is lethal. Sam UK has, yeah, he's tapped that inside curb. Not a great start from him, the pole sitter of Australia. And he's not been having the greatest luck so far on ice, but tapping that inside curb, sending him into the wall, losing a bit of wing, and hopefully not any penalties for him. But I think another couple of drivers have got penalties in front, and there's no wing here from TDB, so he must not have been watching. And he has lost a bit of wing, thankfully enough for the Williams of B Shields on the mediums. He has still got both templates. But so yeah, Colin also actually, both Mercs here coming out. Okay, that's not Colin. Yeah, there you go. Yes, Colin. So both Mercs coming out injured there, and that bit of scrambling really. I don't know what is wrong with the safety cars in this lap, but I don't know what is wrong with the camera views. I think Facebook has got his wing intact, so I think it's just the bottom 4 really downwards. As these guys desperately try to get their tyres in range. Neymar has got a 5 second for collision with Connor. Hopefully that doesn't give Connor any 5 seconds. So ideally Tom will just want to catch Jay Wizzy out here. We'll see what he decides to do and when he decides to bounce, and he is away. Tom Robbo has got a brilliant start and caught Jay Wizzy napping. That might just cause or help RS to dive one down the inside of him. Meanwhile, down the pack, I think there's a yellow flag as we see someone dive into the pits. But will we see one down the inside from RS Meet? No, we will not. Oh, and there's a slight collision there from the Alpha of Connor, I think. And he hits World Cloud, and World Cloud loses out. And quite a bit of damage here in noise as Connor is on the inside of Vapor Trench. Vapor Trench could be going for the move here, and Connor has lost it on the medium compound tyre. Like I said, a bit slippery, and he has lost it. And Sam UK has retired in the pit lane. Side by side here is B Shields and B Shields on Basebook, and B Shields coming out on top of Basebook looking for the switchback, but it is not successful this time. Vapor Trench is up into P10, but he has got wing damage. That left end plate is gone for him. A bit of collision surely will not have helped him. So hopefully we see Vapor Trench with another comeback drive coming your way, as there is a yellow flag in Sector 2, and that is Connor. Connor has lost it again on the medium compound tyre. The medium compound tyre, very hard to keep in temperature here, very hard to keep within their range for their grip. And we see Alien on the softs just on the back of TTV matchups. Tom Robbo has set fast lap of the race. Juicy is in a brilliant position here, P7. After his start, he started quite well too. TTV matchup is on a curb that he will not want to be on. Juicy tried one around the outside there. I didn't even notice actually, to be honest. But Connor is still struggling back there in the Williams. He's not got very far. He's not progressed at all. The top 3 stay the same after the safety car restart again. Side by side action here. A bit of batting from the Williams and from the AlphaTauri. Fashings won't be needed here, and Trench will be depending on him to score some big points here. Hopefully Fashings will do so. So yeah, Trench I think is just waiting out, and there's another yellow flag. That's Connor again, I think, in the 3rd sector, spinning out. I think Trench will be waiting for the next yellow flag. Decino was down the inside here of Fashings. Fashings didn't seem to leave a lot of room, but left enough. Thankfully there's no big collisions. Well, we look sorry, I didn't mean to turn off interval. But Tom Robbo is building a gap here of 2.3 seconds. He just has that grip. After the safety car restart, he did get them tyres up to temp a lap ago, and he is away. And there is Connor in the wall again. Will we see any moves here down into turn 1? Jay Wizzy has lost out. Sorry, it took me a minute to realise what happened there. as we see Alien into the pit, which is a bit of a shock, and also Fashings into the pit. So them two guys must have collided, I think. Yeah, new wing comes on for Alien, and Fashings also a new wing. His end plate is gone. Trench is just staying out a little bit extra, try not to lose as much time as possible. So Jay Wizzy has lost out, and now Red Eye Jedi is back into the top 3 for the second week going here, I believe. Connor has got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Fashings has lost 2 positions now coming out of the pit. On the hard tyre he comes, which in the rain might be a bit difficult for him. We've seen Connor struggling on the medium compound. That yellow white wall, or that yellow top wall tyre, yellow white walled. That does make sense. But so yeah, Fashings is out on the hards now as he decides to go towards the end of the race, which is well possible on the hards. Senior is now in DRS range of Juicy. 4/10 is the gap here. And Red Eye Jedi is behind RS Meat in the Rebel in P2. But he is dropping back quite a good bit here to Tom Robb. I think it must have lost 2 seconds. Oh, was someone brings out a safety car, yellow flagging and it's RS Meat. Speak of the devil, as he thankfully doesn't lose any wing, but he's actually glitched in that wall. I don't know what's happening, but up the field here, I think we have a bit of battling. Oh, the safety car. What did I miss? Thankfully for us, Meat. I might want to pat now, actually, but it might be Sugar Trade. Yeah, on the mediums, maybe. Maybe, I don't know. I think it's a 5-second speed in the pit lane. Let's say rain is just causing a bit of havoc throughout the grid. Sadly for Tom, his lead is now dropped. Is going to be dropped from 4.5, I think it was, down. This will actually help the drivers like Fashings and Trench, who have lost their wing, but obviously got it back. But I'll bring Trench right back into it on the softs, but Trench has not even got a new wing actually. Sorry, I did not notice. I thought he pitted, but I was just thinking of Fashings. But it's going to be the opportunity here for the top soft runners to pit if they have not already. So the likes of J Marts might want to stay out in themselves a bit longer, but the other guys here might pit. We'll see what Rob does, Tom Rob. We'll see a dive into the pits, or will he stay out another few laps? We'll see him into the pits. He does not get a penalty, so that helps him all the better. Red Eye Jedi follows him into the pits. We might just see a wee train here going to the pits. Yes, we do. Sorry, the headset died again. Trench is into the pits as well. This will be a nicely timed for Trench. He might lose a position to the driver behind, which I think is Williams of B Shields. Yep, just coming into the pit there. Might lose a position to him, but he will have that wing freshly refurbished, and he will be back out in racetrack. Maybe actually behind Basebook as well, who is coming obviously to that delta applied by the safety car, but we'll see him maybe even behind the Williams of B Shields. No, we will not. Basebook does keep that 8th position on them 8 lap hold softs, so he actually stays out in them softs and optimizes his strategy to try to go a few laps. And Vapor Trench is looking for the comeback drive again. Trench does love these comeback drives. He must be trying to get on driver of the day again here. But so yeah, mediums for the top 4, and then Juicy has gone on the hards towards the end here. Senior in P6 with the mediums, also running behind him is P7 and is Trench on them fresh mediums. Basebook will have to make a stop. He's on a 8 lap old softs, but he might just get a bit more life out of them tyres. 2 safety cars now at this rate, so yeah, Beacher is also behind him on the hard compound tyre. Getting word from Kronos that it was Fashings on the first lap to cause a collision, but I did see him squirming there for a bit of grip on them rears, but hopefully he didn't mean it intentionally, and I will let the stewards have a look at that. I will say no more. But yeah, I did see him come back onto track, struggling a bit to say the least. So we're on another lap here, anyways, under safety car. Tom Robber leads again, still trying to fight that safety car for position here. Safety car might just be a bit too quick for you, Tom. But yeah, we'll see another restart from Tom. Touch wood, don't want to jinx him. But he's had quite a good race so far. We'll have a wee look at interval changes again. So Juicy is up 7 positions, Casino up 13, and Trench up 11. So a good start from them, 5th, 6th and 7th place, getting up that many positions. Basebook also improving on his qualifying position. So was B-Shields. Red Eye Jedi coming from P5 and he's made his way up into P2. So that's ideally what he would have wanted anyways. So yeah, sorry, Red Eye Jedi just narrowly missed out on that top 3 last week, so he'll be missing that podium, missing that champion. He'll be wanting to get up again this week, as we have Tom Bravo again to lead safety car. Seems to be drying up a bit of noise for the drivers, so he might have a bit more traction this time around. Hopefully there'll be no spins into that wall on the right. Beach shoots with a 5-second penalty. As Tom Bravo is away, caught napping again is the 2nd place position. Faber Trench seems to be keen to get going here. Will we see one down the inside? Yes, we may. Down the inside goes Trench as he just blocks him there and doesn't allow him to get through. The Williams does spin, does B Shields, and he loses his wing into Bassbook, having not enough temp there. Justy and Vapor Trench are battling it out. So Vapor Trench did get 1 position here, anyways. Alien. Do I see some side by side action? Will we see one here from the Casino or around outside? It's not a good spot for overtaking, I guess. You wouldn't see them in there, anyways. Further down the field here, anyways. It's a bit spread out. I think Fashings has lost a few positions as well. But Alien looking keen under this here restart as well on the Renault. And there's a bit of battling here from him around the outside. Will we see him on Basebook? Basebook might have wanted to pit there. Actually, it's getting a bit drier. Softs won't be as effective as it would have been in the wet. Word Cloud sends one down the inside of Colin here, but it does not work. This time around, will we see a move down to the inside of turn 1 from the Senior War Trench. Trench is now hunting down the guy in 2nd place in the championship here. And there's a bit of crack down here. I missed. Sorry, I was going the wrong way. 3-way battle here from the Alpha, the Red Bull, and the McLaren. And the McLaren of J Mars is around the outside here. Basebook is struggling so much on them old softs. So certainly not helping them. Only lose position again to the driver behind him, TDV Matrix. Maybe not this time around. Matchups might want to wait to the next possible overtaking opportunity. But so yeah, Tom Robbo leads, and Red Eye Jedi has actually got a gap of 1.3 to him. Jay Wizzy's back up into the P3, so he is now 1.2 behind Red Eye Jedi. TTV Matchups is not too far from the podium position like he got last week. Seems to try to go for the cutback on this. On TV Matchup, and Trench has hit him on a loss on end plate. This is going from bad to worse here from Trench. Sadly for him, but he might want to switch on to maybe another set of mediums or hards and go to the end, but he decides not to pit and face the wing damage. Will we see him move from Casino? No, we will not. So Trench getting really unlucky here in the race so far. Sadly for him, always see one around the outside or so. Casino has a wee look, but does not provide this time. Beatrice has retired in the pit lane, I believe. He's been having a bit of an unlucky race. I think he lost it in the hards, didn't he? But Alien on the softer compound to Juicy. Juicy will be going to the end. But Alien is looking for a P7 position as we speak. Decino's hunts down TDB matchups, looking to get closer into towards that top 3 position, but they're just getting away here. Matchups is now 2.2 behind Jay Wazzy, but Trench still keeps up to them. DRS is aiding him, so maybe he'll be hoping for another safety car to come his way and help his wing. Alien not getting too patient, I know, is behind him, hopefully. Casino might just see him move down the inside of matchups on this occasion. Matchups does lose the position, but we see another move from him on Decino. As there's battling further afield here, Alien is on the inside here of Juicy as he decides to pull out this time around. Juicy does keep that position, locking up there into the hairpin. So it's a nice wee battle here for P7 as Juicy just holds him up on the slower tyre. So to Juicy's advantage, it is quite a difficult track to overtake here. You need all the aids you can have. DRS certainly does help. So Decino is up into P4. He will be hunting that P3 position down in that podium position that he most certainly wants. David Trench, despite his wing damage, is keeping up nicely to these guys actually, so it's quite good pace. Thankfully it doesn't hamper him too much. Will we see him move down the inside from Alien? No, we will not, either from a Word Cloud. Word Cloud keeps in that final point position of the race, but J Mars is not too far behind, so we will not want to count him out of it. Alien now seems very close to pose a threat here to Juicy. Juicy does have a bit of ERS, but decides not to use a bit of moving there, Juicy down the straight, but he keeps the position. Juicy does have the inside line though, and decides to not let him go too easy, but Alien is through on the software compound, and Word Cloud does keep that P10 position. Also a bit of locking up there again from Juicy in that hairpin. Is quite a difficult one, to be fair to him. TGB matchups trucks down in P13 with a 3-second time penalty just gained, and will be added to his time at the end of the race. So this is the closest battle we've got so far. Jay Wuzzy is actually coming close here of Red Eye Jedi, so we might see a move from him down to the next corner. Will we see Colin make a move in Juicy? No, we will not this time around. From Colin. Jay Wuzzy has dropped back a bit here from Red Eye Jedi in the past 2 corners, but may I just pose a wee just something here to clarify. Some guys are on 6 lap old mediums. What we see the mediums being able to go towards the end, so they're on 6 laps. As Word Cloud has actually dropped that 10th position and has lost it. Must have been on that tricky curb again on the right, and Faction should gain another position. But yeah, I was just saying, these guys are on 6 lap old softs, mediums, sorry. Could we see that medium tyre stretch out and go towards the end of the race? I have seen it done by this man, the Vapor Man, as well, Colin, in another league I commentated. He did the impossible, I did think. And I think he did run them mediums 24 laps or 25 laps, or maybe it was even more. But I want to say 24 laps to the end. So wonder will we see that again. Maybe a bit of Colin is on the 10 lap olds mediums this time around. Maybe not from him, but from the other guys, will we see a bit of tyre preservation from the likes of TDB matchup towards the end of the race? I know might be a lot to ask, but could be well worth it towards the end of the race. But whether they might go on swap soft compound, I'm not too sure. But Juicy is doing a nice job here of holding everyone up. Locks up again there, does Juicy. Luckily for him, I don't think that affects the tyres too much in the game. So Juicy will be looking at the long stint. He'll be going to the end, most definitely. So he's sitting in quite a nice spot, to be honest. So he's sitting 15 seconds behind P1 position in that Williams, but he will not have to pit again. He will have track temp. He will have He will have track position if he does want to, if the guys in front of him do pit, and also he will if the guys don't pit, he will be on the better tyres toward the end, and if the punctures do come, which they could, got 3 punctures last race in Singapore, but anyways, not last race, but a few weeks ago. But yeah, we could see Jussi coming quite into a nice spot here on that hard compound. Switches to inside, does just need to cover that inside line. Colin and JMR's eager to get past in the medium compound. Do they have much ERS? No, they do not. Jussi is actually, as he locks up and gain into that hairpin, Jussi's actually, Colin onto the curb, makes him spin a wee bit, lose the back end. Will JMR's pose a threat? I do not think so. Not in this section of the track anyways, but what was I saying? I do forget what I was saying, sorry guys. But it might come back to me. Red Eye Jet, I've seen a bit of, lost a bit of rear end as Decino's actually made his way back up to P3 position. Here, Trench still not too far behind, considering he's 3 seconds behind, he has no end plate. TV matchup is 2.2 behind, so Trench is doing a pretty stellar job here, setting up P5 with no end plate here. Alien has actually, sorry, I don't know what I'm thinking, wrong driver. But this time around, I know Decino actually sits fast lap of the race, so he is making a charge toward that top 3. Jay Wuzzy is not close enough this time around, I believe, to pose a threat to that P2 position of Red Eye Jedi. But always see a move here down in turn 1. Jussi still hangs on to that. Will we see him keep it, or will the medium compounds just? Sorry, will we see the other guys make a move, or? J Mars have actually spun it as I've been speaking there. Must have been that wee dink just coming into that hairpin. He must have lost it and spun to the right. But that gives him a wee bit of battling here with Barry Cloud, which is good to see. So yeah, Colin stays on the back here of Jussi, and Fashings is now also into the top 10 as well. So Fashings sitting in the same position here as Jussi. Is on the fresh hards, well relatively fresh, still have good pace in them, and he will be going towards the end. So I wonder, will he? He's only 4.4 behind Jussi now. Obviously, he doesn't have a wild Colin behind him trying to make up positions. As we see, Jay Wuzzy, I think, and Red Eye Jedi side by side, and Jay Wuzzy does make the move on Red Eye Jedi, and Decino is now looking to go around outside of Red Eye Jedi, but he does not. So Jay Wuzzy up into P2 position, so that's good from him. Red Eye Jedi and Decino are actually side by side here into the quick right. So that's not a place you see overtake, but that's a brilliant overtake here from Decino around the outside there. That's not one I've seen before, and it's well done from him. So that's something different anyways. Most certainly a brilliant job from him as he decides, or as he tries to claw back his race from his quite disappointing qualifying. Connor bits into the chat, he was in P9 and he's lost it. Unlucky Connor. You did drive a good race up until that point, but sure as always next week. So 4.6 is the gap from Tom to Jay, sorry. Always see that come down here now. Senior was on the back of them. They will be wanting to work together realistically. They will not be wanting to ruin each other's races. So not ruin each other's races, but cost each other time. These guys will not. Colin now coming in the pit straight, I believe. He's just not close enough to Jussi this time around. The mediums perhaps maybe starting to die out, and hards coming into their range. So yeah, it's getting a bit tight here. I know there's a back marker there. The back marker lets him through quite nicely. It's well done to him. Jusino was very much on the back of Jay Wuzzy here, using up his ERS. We'll always see one down the inside here. Senior decides to let it go this time. Tom Marble, this is what Tom Marble would like to see. He is now extending his gap and is now 5 point, which is 5 seconds dead already to the next driver. So yeah, Decino is on the back of Jay Wizzy and he is looking very nippy indeed. Jay Wizzy goes towards the pit lane but does not decide to enter it. He keeps out of his ERS this time around as Red Eye Jedi just want to keep up in that DRS to keep up with it. As we see Vapor Trench into the pit for another set of medium compound tyres. So Trench will be going to the end in them mediums. And he will be making a charge to try to get as much positions as possible up on them fresh mediums now. He's just going to come out behind the McLaren of J Mart, just narrowly. Juicy and Colin is still going at it, as we still see this three-way fight for P2, but Tom Robbo is escaping here. Tom having good pace, obviously. P2 was, I think, 3 tenths behind Tom in P1. But, so yeah, Jay keeps us here, points position this time around. His teammate is also in the pits, just coming out there now, P12. We'll see him on softs or mediums? Mediums it is. We see any threats into turn 1 to Jay. Jay's just has accepted his place actually down in the straight. He doesn't need to use any ERS at all, which is good thing for him. Straight's really the only chance you can get at a overtake, as Alien does pass Bassbook, who is the backmarker here in this instance. So we were trying to stall behind J Mars, just keeping a wee eye on that, as Justino's getting very close there to Jay. So Justino's getting a bit closer here. But Jay still has all the ERS left in the world if he wants to use it, and he decides to use it on exit. Get up a couple of gears, as quick acceleration as possible, and then let go, because he doesn't want to use too much on that particular straight anyways. So Colin's still behind Juicy there. I'll keep an eye up here anyways. Decino is looking very close again. 4 tenths, but will he be able to maximise on it? He doesn't have a lot of ERS to use, and also Jay is using his ERS this time around. But DRS enabled, or DRS help for Decino, but he does not seem to pose a threat down the inside. Tom is running away with it here. He's 6 seconds out in the clear. So that's good going from him. This is what I would like to see anyways. Decino is using up his ERS. Will we see another move here from Decino? He has a look, but not the time around. Fast lap goes to Vapor Trench, who has actually passed J Marks and is on charge for the highest points scoring position as possible. So Juicy's still sitting in a nice wee position, comfortable position here. Have we looked to the interval to the leader? He is only 23 seconds behind. And then mediums, I'd say, if they'll be coming in soon enough, if they want to change up the tyres and go to the red wall tyre, the soft tyre. Tom Robbo has got a 3-second penalty, but hopefully that won't affect his race much at all. We will soon find out. Sino is still a bit far from Jay. Jay just has a top speed anyways, and that ERS to help him out. Apologies guys, but yeah, so this is the closest battle we have here at the moment. Jay, who's actually been up a very good fight, so well done to Jay. I wonder what them tyres are feeling like though. Them medium, if I can get the detail, the medium compounds, they're on 15 laps. Another 11 laps to go. Could they see them stretch out? I would say they wouldn't be far off it, you know. Might feel a bit bad towards the end, but I would say could be worth the risk. Take them towards the end. I suppose it depends how the drivers are feeling really on the mediums. But Colin is as close as ever. Going into that double right-hander, he's 0.2 seconds off him. But so yeah, Juicy is holding off Colin. So Well, we see Jay Wesley keep this P2 position for another while longer, and we actually see Tom Robbo into the pits here. I wonder what he is deciding to go for. Soft compound tyre is on for Tom Robbo, and he comes out the pits. I wonder will he come out. Will TTV matchup come into the pit also? He does. I think Tom will have a track position over the Renault, which he does. So now the charge is on for Tom. He's only 6 seconds behind for Tom. I think that's well doable for him and his pace here. He's extraordinary pace here so far in this race. Bit of side-by-side action. Will we see Trench outside, or sorry, in front of matchup? Yes, we will. Trench up into P9 behind his teammate Fashings. So yeah, so Tom Robbo's his first target will be the Red Eye Jedi, the McLaren. He did get a P4 last week. He'll be keen to get back onto the podium this week. As Jay is actually, sorry, Decino has actually got in front of Jay. I don't know what's happened there. I missed it, but always see a strike here from Jay to go back in front of Decino. He has DRS. Decino's kind of veering right, and yeah, Decino will go into the pits. And oh, that was a close one. Sorry guys. So Jay Wesley has got a 3-second time penalty. I don't know why. Onto the soft compound he goes. Will he get out in front of Decino? No, he will not. Decino keeps track position over Jay Wesley. I wonder what Red Eye Jedi is planning here. He's still on the medium compound. 7 laps to go. Sorry, my math. 9 laps to go. Taps the tyre there on the left. Hopefully he's not struggling too much. But I wonder will I see him going to softs like the other pardon me, the top 3, or will we see him stay out, as there's a bit of a train here beside Juicy on hards and Colin. So Fashings is actually caught up to these two, which is good from him. Trench is also caught up to this wee pack, so Trench will want to clear these as quick as possible. I think Fashings and Trench have quite good team orders here, so Fashings might just get out the way of Trench if he is slowing him down at all, but we will soon find out. Tom Robbo, sorry, Red Eye Jedi has dived into bits for the softs, and we will see where he comes out in terms of the other two. Fashings is trying to switch back here on Colin, and also TTV matchups is mad to get on the back of Trench. Trench using a bit of overtake here. Will we see one down the inside? All of the Vapor lad here, Colin. Oh, and Colin has lost a bit of wing. A bit later braking from Colin has seen him tap the back of Fashings. That's sad for him to see after a good strong bit of battling there, where just the TTV matchup has got in front as well. Red Eye Jedi has come out 3.3 seconds behind the other two drivers in front who have put it before him, so that undercut there is massive. But he will be on a couple of lap pressure softs, so maybe he will be able to pose a threat. We will see how he gets on. So Juicy is the next target here for Fashings. Juicy running a very good race actually so far here. Like I said earlier, he is on quite a good seat, but he seems to be struggling there on the older tyres. I think they're on the same tyres, aren't they? Just about, yeah. 2 laps are in it. Fib Trench will want to clear these two guys as quick as possible, and he'll hope that matchups gets held up in the process of that. So yeah, Juicy still has a lot of ERS here. Fashings want to keep up in DRS of them guys. So yeah, Tom Robbo is running away, that he is 9.5 away from the Decino in P2. Trench using a bit of overtake there, but he is not close enough this time around to pose a threat. Fashings getting a bit closer to the back of Juicy there. TTV matchups also not posing a threat in Trench, which is good for him. But locking up there from Juicy, you see he's Fashings get a bit closer, but not close enough to pose a threat into the double right-hander, like the Decino did. Again, that excellent move around the outside. Well done for him for that. If there was a move of the season, I would certainly nominate that for one of my noise. But since seeing Juicy going a bit wide there, it's that first double right, maybe he's struggling a wee bit here as Juicy, but he is on them hards, you need to remember. But like Fashings, I suppose, as well, Fashings does let Trench go this occasion. Hopefully not too much fighting, but Fashings actually does keep the position. Not what I was expecting, but oh, Trench has actually dipped the wheel, which will not help his acceleration at all going into turn 1, but he will have a good slipstream to go down to turn 1. But there's no team orders at all here from Fashings and Trench. They're both batting away. Oh, we see one down the inside maybe of the Serpent now. No, we will not. Collins in the pit here for, I believe, Soft Town Compound Tire to come on. And a new fresh wing for him, and he will be battling, it seems, J March towards the end of the race for that last position in the points. And Trench has actually gotten ahead of his AlphaTauri teammate, so that'll be good for Trench. He'll be wanting to clear these guys as quick as possible, maybe even get up towards the likes of Red Eye Jedi. They're only 7 seconds behind. They are on a fresh soft, but maybe Trench's pace is good enough to catch them. We will soon find out. One down the inside here sees Trench have a go on Juicy. Nice fair battling from them too, leaving your shoulder nice room. We'll see the switchback from Trench. No, he will not. He just gets a bit tangled up there in him. But as we speak, also Madchip is looking on the back of Fashings. Fashings is also looking on the back of Trench again, and he goes down the inside of Trench. He has brilliant pace down the straight there. Oh, when he comes back, cuts back across of Trench, and he loses wing. That's terrible for Trench. Trench is just not having a good race at all here. Well, sorry, not good race, but it's getting very unlucky altogether. That's just not great for the two AlphaTauri drivers. Thankfully enough, Trench is 19 seconds in front of J Marts. Might just want to box for softs and go fast lap, and also that P9 position maybe. Or I might want to keep that position. We will soon find out. There's another wee chat in the group. I will have a look here now, guys. So yeah, Juicy. Yeah, guys, I'll leave that to the shirts. I see the chat, but I'll leave that to the shirts. I don't want to get involved in all this kind of crack. But yeah, Fashings did move late on their braking there in towards Trench. So sadly enough for Trench, loses his wing. It's not the comeback drive we would have wanted. But actually, we see Alien around the outside of Matchups, which I did not expect at all. Sorry, guys, I was watching a matchup on the back of Fashings, but that is a good move there from Alien around the outside of turn 1, avoiding that there inside curb and avoiding him to spin. But so the two hard runners here are holding these two soft runners back, to say the least. I should say their battling will not be helping the two soft runners, which is also quite good for them. But Creeper Trench is into the pits and he's coming out on the fresh softs, so he will want to get back into that P9 spot that he'll want. I think he is a gap of like 7 seconds behind J Mars, but as well truly capable of it. Trench is. So back here into the P5 to P8 battle. Alien a bit closer to Fashings this time around. Actually, just gets when we push forward. Just to help people's moods, I guess. But so yeah, Designo still in P2. The Renault driver of Alien will be wanting to close in. Apologies. Fashings is around the outside here of Juicy at turn 1. Might just go for the switchback. Yes, he does. Touches that curve, but he does not get affected, thankfully. But Juicy does seem to keep the position this time. Juicy does locked up in this corner though. Oh, as we see Fashings down the inside there. That's debatable, that one. Juicy might not have left room, but Alien does get Juicy as well. We see one around the outside here from Alien, like his teammate did earlier on the race. No, we will not. Fashings does squeeze through though, and get into P5 position. As another chat in the YouTube comments. I doubt that can be a very good one, but anyways, another one. But so yeah, Fashings up into P5 position. I don't know whether that one was too legal or not, but yeah, have we look and see what you guys think. So as we speak, Vapor Trench is closing away here on Colin. And he is 5.5, only 5.5 behind J Mart already. So he could, 2 seconds, 1 lap, he could be well and truly on his way here for P9 position. Just see what we see him use up his DRS that he's saved all race. No, we will not. So this time around, Jesse actually does walk up and not last time, but I suppose whenever it counts, really, I suppose he didn't. So fair play to him. So Jesse's still trying to desperately keep these soft runners behind him. Fair play to him. They're getting awful close anyways. Vapor Trench now 4.5 seconds behind J Mart. J Mart is also on the medium, so hopefully Trench will be able to pose some threats in the nearby future. Just he's losing a bit of time here to Fashions as he loses a bit of front end there, or a bit of rear end, sorry. As the chicane we go. Dips the wheel into the gravel on the left here, which helps Alien come back up here. Mad Chips is not too far behind as well. But remember guys, penalties could be a factor here also. Red Eye Jedi is not far off the podium, he's only 2 seconds. Maybe he's calling that back up. Round the outside, we see him from Alien, and will he do the switchback? He does go for it. So Alien on the switchback on Juicy. Decides to let Juicy go this time and not cause a collision. Or will he get a better exit this time? We will soon find out. Juicy gets a bit of squabble in there. The rear would not grab for him, but Alien will not pose a threat, I don't think, into the next right-hander. Oh, unless Juicy goes a bit wide, but is not wide enough for Alien. Matrix gets a 3-second time penalty as well. Vapor Trench is 2 seconds behind J Mart, pinging off the limiter. I don't think that's my. Sorry, I think that's me on Trench's connection together. I don't know. So 1.8 is the gap. We might just have DRS into the final lap as Tom Robbo does begin his final lap on the final first sector of the race. And we see Alien on the back of Juicy here. Again, Mad Chips is a bit too far behind, I think. Might just get the RSO, but what we see Alien this time pose one down the inside of Juicy, around the outside is his preference, it seems. Pushes him in a wee bit, but Juicy pushes him a bit wider, but left him plenty of room, it does look like. So Juicy is defending quite well here. His favourite Trench is the fastest lap of the race at 1:10.4. So Trench is on the hunt here for J Mart, and he's right behind him. While you have time though, on the fresh softs, it could pose one down into that straight after in sector 2, and we will soon find out. Trench has extraordinary grip here on the fresh softs. Oh, as we see a bit of jostling here. I think it's just a back marker, isn't it? Yeah, it's a back marker of Facebook, as now my TV is going to turn off in 5 minutes, so bear with me guys as I cannot see. Sorry guys, Tom Robbo has won his race here, his first race of the season here at Netherlands, and I cannot find my remote. This is just not good timing at all. So yeah, brilliant job from him, as I have got this problem underway, almost sorted. Fashinks comes home P5, Juicy P6, Alien P7, Matchups P8. Will Vapor Trench be able to get that final position? No, he will not. Vapor Trench finishes in P10, what's fast lap, which is a brilliant job from him. So Desenio, 17 positions he has gained. That is a brilliant job from him. So top 3 concludes. Tom Robbo, Desenio's brilliant comeback drive, and we have the Ferrari who makes his first appearance on the podium of J. So it was a brilliant job from him, so well done. As I still struggle here to get my TV remote, it's just gone missing out of the blue. I cannot do this, but anyways, oh, I found it guys, bit late, but sure, look, better late than never. But I will now invite the top 3 and my driver of the day, which does go to Desinho for that truly amazing comeback drive. So well done to him. Well done to him for that. So yeah, that was truly a truly amazing P2 for him. So we'll just wait for Trench now. As he hopefully will join the party. I'll just give him a quick invite. Right. Bear with me, guys. Just need to wait in Trench. Hello, Trench. Unlucky in your race, isn't it? Top 3 was Tom, Jay. Sorry, Desinho and Jay.
Desinho has already joined, apparently. I can add that.
Yeah, I added Desinho. Yeah.
Hold on, who was top? Who was third?
Jay, the Ferrari.
Jay Wizzy.
Yeah.
You want to put a message in the chat saying in top 3 join.
Yeah, I'll put it on now.
Haven't got Jay Wizzy. I swear I've added him Jay Wizzy to the chat. Oh, what a terrible race for me, mate. Nothing went right. There you go.
I noticed.
Nothing went right, mate. Buddy, 3 wing changes is not a good sign, is it?
Unlucky, man. It's easy done. It's easy done, man. Happens.
I know.
So top 3 was Tom.
Yeah, Tom won, didn't he? He dominated. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we did.
There you go.
It's Jay.
Hello.
How are things?
Good. Buzzing
Good.
after that.
Yeah, well done. I'll just wait for the other drivers here and we'll begin begin the talks. Desinho, welcome. How are things, man? Good. So we're just waiting on the race leader or race winner, Tom. Hey, Tom. Tom there?
I don't know.
Hello.
Yes, lad.
Hello.
How are things? Right, guys. I will begin. Okay, Jay. P3. Brilliant position for you. That's your first podium of the league in round 5. It's going to obviously help you a lot in terms of Drivers' Championship and Constructors. Give me a run through your race. How did you feel qualifying P2? So it was a brilliant qualifying position for you. How did you feel in that race?
Well, I was buzzing after qualifying in P2. It gave me a good start to the race. And then just carried on from there, really. on the softs in the wet wasn't the nicest thing, and then the safety car pit to mediums, and just tried to have as good pace as I can and keep up with the front boys. Tom had really good pace, pulled away, and then Desenio obviously caught me up and then went past me. Yeah, cracking pace as well. So
yeah, pretty solid race from yourself. You had a couple of wee battles there with I believe was it Red Eye Jedi and
yeah.
There's someone else up there, but a few good battles for you and brilliant points for yourself to bring you back good points for Ferrari as well. So it'll boost you up in the constructors. Yeah, I'm glad. So well done to you for that.
Cheers.
We'll move on here to the next driver, Desenio.
Hello.
Brilliant job, mate. I believe you qualified P19.
Yeah, I was last. I don't know if that was 19 or 20.
So I'm guessing you didn't set a lap?
No, I did. I qualified third, but when the race started, I was just at the back. I don't know what happened. I think someone said it might be a glitch or something. I have no idea what happened.
It's just casual F1, I suppose. But nevertheless, it did not hamper your result. Brilliant drive, P19 to P2. Brilliant result for you, Dan. Struggling with today, so that will claw you back some points in terms of the championship for you and for Renault. So how do you feel during your race? Any insights?
Well, I mean, to start off at the back is it's a bit of an uphill battle just from the beginning. The conditions were crazy as well. I don't know why no one could start on Inces or even if we needed to. But it was a really exciting race. I managed to get some really nice overtakes. It was nice coming through the field, if I'm honest. It was very fun. I got stuck behind a few people and I had to figure out how to get past them, and it was really enjoyable for me. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the track, and just well done to everyone, especially the top three here.
Yeah.
Tom.
Well, I must say, I did see your move around the outside. I wasn't too sure what driver it was, but I did get your move around the outside of some driver at just after the hairpin into that quick right-hander. And I must say, if I was to vote for a move of the season, that would certainly be amongst one of them. So well done for that. That was a nice move.
That would be great.
But yeah, well done to you for that. That's why I voted you driver of the day from 19 to P2. You drove a solid race throughout.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, well done to that. So now, the man himself, Tom.
Hello.
P1, man. You qualified P1. You qualified, I think, 3/10 above the next driver. You did actually beat Trench's time, so you would have got P1 nevertheless if you didn't get qualified. But brilliant qualifying, brilliant pace. Talk through your race.
Yeah, well, I knew I had to pull a gap because I knew Trench and Desenio would be coming through the field and might catch me towards the end. But like on the restarts, I didn't know whether Jay was going to challenge me, but I managed to catch him sleeping both times. So
yep, 2 restarts, and yeah, I did notice that you started quite well, and you did pull the gap both times on the restart, and I think the finishing gap was 9 seconds odd. But you just had outstanding pace throughout the race.
I got a warning when I came in the pits. I don't know why. So on that, it gave me a 3-second pen. I think it happened to Jay as well. So I think the gap in the end was like 6 seconds, but it was.
Yeah, I noticed that happened to Jay actually.
9 seconds on track.
Yeah, I get you. Well, sorry, continue.
I didn't know if Desenio was going to catch like 6 seconds because my tyres, I came in a lap earlier than him. So.
Right. Well, anyways, that was a brilliant result from you, and most of all, important too. Your for Haas, you're bringing back a lot of points today for them with your teammate. Yeah. I think your teammate. No, you didn't have a teammate for today, sadly. So, well, you're still racking the points. You're bringing it back up to P4. I think 4th in the constructors last week. So that'll most certainly help you guys. And sadly enough, you didn't finish last week, but you made up for this week. Sorry, you did finish last week, but made up for this week.
I had to make up for the spin last week, so.
Yes, but anyways, well done on that. You had brilliant pace. You dominated throughout, and well done on that. And well done to all you 3 guys, and also Desenio for the driver of the day. And I'll knock you down. Thanks, Vic.
Cheers.
Well done, everyone.
Well done, guys. I'm gonna.
Cheers.
No worries, boys. I'm gonna end the stream with that. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. It has been fun again here. It's been round 5 at the Netherlands in Ravenwood Racing League. From your host, Jack King, we will see you again.